The image was taken during Stephen's wedding on February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Wait, that's...
Police
Man, when we saw that in the bumper, you could have given me 3 days to guess what that was from, and a wedding would definitely not have been the top. Look at that bed, dude. How many loads have been dumped on that bed? What is he?
I'm surprised he hasn't told her to shut up.
He hasn't said anything. Why is he even there?
You're right. Oh my God, I forgot he was there. In my mind, he was like another investigator.
He might as well not be there, dude. What are you doing?
Welcome back, everybody.
To a brand new crime time. Sweetheart, today we are dealing with a cult and some dead bodies. Yeah, like High Rocks or CrossFit. Just kidding. Different kind of cult. New one from The Doctor. Teen accidentally runs into secret cult's body dump. That could get interesting. Imagine having a secret cult that has its own body dump. No, you can't imagine that? Come on, hon. Be creative. See what we're working with.
My heart is beating, bro.
Most teenage line ever. On God, my heart's beating, bro.
Are in the middle of exploring an abandoned building in Michigan.
As teenagers
just
do.
a few feet away from them.
Jesus.
Something they were never meant to see.
You want me to get close up for you? Hey,
Yo. That's so sketchy, dude.
When police arrive to investigate, they discover this killing might be part of something far darker, with ritualistic clues pointing to a murder orchestrated by a cult. And as detectives begin closing in on
Did they all have marijuana leaves?
Orchestrated by a cult.
That is a unique looking cult.
No, it's Adidas. Sorry. I thought on the left there was like some Mary Jane plants. Like that.
We're calling this a cult or a gang?
So there's Crips, there's Bloods, and then there's, what is this, Christmas trees?
I wish I could come up with something.
There needs
to be a name for that. All right.
I cannot wait to learn about these clowns.
This is actually going to be good to employ the audience. Give us your best name before we know anything about them. Just based on this one picture, give us your best name for this cult.
The leprechauns.
And as detectives begin closing in on its members and turning them on each other, they discover that this may not have been the cult's first victim.
Richie, so to speak, that they wanted to kill right after getting married.
It's like a gang or something?
No, it wasn't a gang. Steve called it a family.
I bet he did.
I heard, right?
16?
I killed 16 people. You've killed 16 people is what I said.
Holy shit.
This one feels like a banger right out of the gates.
I already am like super interested because it's a little bit different than what we've done. And like, I love a good cult documentary.
Dude,
so
it's not like a disgruntled wife getting rid of a husband or something, like an actual cult made up of green leprechauns, complete misfits. The beginning body came right out of the gates though. When the teen, that's what all teens do. That's what I did when I was a kid. You go around and bang around abandoned buildings and drink, crush beers, smoke a little trees, and imagine going into one scene like a blood stain, like a scene from a video game or a movie. Those kids were out of there so fast. It's good for that, man. Oh God, bro, my heart's beating so fast. Not even capping my heart. Okay.
It's late Thursday evening in Monroe County, Michigan.
All right.
7 high school
we've been
students
there.
decide to explore an abandoned juvenile detention center. But the moment they step inside, they stumble upon something they were never meant to see.
Sorry, but you know what's funny? I feel like the last documentary we watched was on. Remember the juvenile detention center, like the corporate
it was
juvie.
Abandoned, yeah,
the corporate juvie detention center ring in the United States, owned by some conglomerate that was unbelievably corrupt and treating kids like. And one of them was abandoned. I wonder if that's part of this ring, because that would be interesting.
They stumble upon something they were never meant to see, and immediately start recording.
Juvie detention has to be an interesting.
Right, so we seen a body.
Oh. This is for. We seen a body, bruh.
Not like screaming around like I would.
Zoomers are just the worst. We seen a body, bruh.
I don't want. I'm not looking. I'm not looking either.
Look. You want me to get close up for you? Hey, I'm about to get. Here, move it.
Wait, am I moving?
Okay, interesting to see how they actually reacted.
Kick that door off.
The intro had me believe they just saw it and scrammed, but no. Poke the body with a stick.
Don't.
Actual spray painted pentagram on the ground, like satanic ritual type. Okay, they spooked.
Like, oh,
Upon
it is
seeing
dead.
what appears to be the dead body of a young woman, the boys run back to their car and drive off. Despite knowingly trespassing, one of them calls 911 and begins describing in detail the gruesome discovery they had just made inside.
No one cares that you were trespassing if you found a dead body. It's going to be the least of the concerns at that point.
Nope. I don't think so.
Hi, so we were exploring a abandoned building, and I think we found a dead body.
Okay, what was the address?
Right now we're at the Monroe Travel Center.
Where was the address you were exploring?
It's the old student center, or like an old school or something.
You're pretty far away from Netto.
Yeah, because we drove away and we didn't know what to do.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Like, he moved a door that was on the ground, and underneath it there was his tarp, and under the tarp he saw a foot. So we left and called.
Can you give me a call when you get back to the pilot center?
Yes.
I ain't going back there. What are you...
Directing the teens to a safe location, Michigan State Police are dispatched to Boysville, an abandoned juvenile campus with dozens of rooms and corridors. Once officers arrive with no electricity and
I'm assuming they're going to want a statement from the kids since they were the ones who found it. So
yeah, but...
I don't know why you'd have to meet them at the scene, though. You could certainly just go to the station or something. It sounded like there was a portion of the 911 call cut out, and it just went right to like, all right, was she not even referencing that place? I don't know. Probably inconsequential.
Homicide scene waiting inside. They draw their weapons and prepare to move in.
Just keep track of how many rooms, like, look at how many sections there are of the building. Keep track of how many sections you think you're going through so you don't get lost. Yeah. So you three want to go first, me and Llewellyn will stay back?
I was like, I'm good. We'll stay back. You guys go ahead. I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume they don't find anyone here.
Long hallway.
Yep.
On the floor, underneath the tarp, lies the deceased body the teens found earlier. But before officers can properly examine it, they have to clear the rest of the building and make sure they're the only ones inside.
That could take a while.
There's a series of rooms.
Did they find anything else?
Multiple doors sealed.
Maybe a green bandana, perhaps?
Walking through. Walking through. Take please.
The halls of...
After an hour of clearing the building room by room, officers find no one else inside.
Clear.
With the building now cleared, officers return to the victim and begin trying to identify her. Given the location, they initially assume she may have been homeless and simply overdosed. But that assumption would quickly be turned upside down upon further inspection.
But there was a time where people were coming in here like on a regular basis, like the haunted house type stuff, you know, like looking for ghosts and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think that's blood under her head, like she got hit.
Making content.
Around her. Yeah. Well, unless suspect is on top and slams her head on the ground. Yeah, it's not blood.
No, it's like bronze. Almost gold.
Huh.
It's all over her.
It's on her face, her arms,
on her neck,
her shirt.
Look at how her legs are positioned. Shirt's pulled up. I'll get my fingerprint scanner out here in a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't young.
Yeah, probably what, mid-20s, 30s maybe. I mean, she might not even be local. It might be somebody a truck driver picked up.
As officers continue examining the body, they notice several unusual details. The victim is covered in an unfamiliar substance, surrounded by candles, and across her legs are what appear to be scribbles and strange markings. While one officer moves to retrieve a portable fingerprint scanner a few miles away, another group of officers makes contact with the teens who discovered the body. They're all shaken up yet cooperative, handing over the video they recorded inside. And it quickly becomes clear to detectives that they're far more worried about a trespassing charge than being tied to what happened to the victim, so they're eventually let go. Back at the abandoned property, the officer scans the victim's fingerprints and learns that she is, in fact, a local, 22-year-old Kayla Sadowski.
Oh.
Moments later, paramedics arrive and examine the body.
I'm just speculating here, but do you think this is one of those weird things where, like, she was like a willing participant in some sort of ritualistic sacrifice? You think it was straight, like, murder, torture, capture?
I don't know. I don't know where we're going. I don't know.
I don't either. It smells
It could be.
Smells like funky though. Like it was, maybe it went too far, but like she was part of the cult type thing.
Confirming two things.
We'll find out.
She's been here for some time, and the head injuries are consistent with 3 gunshot wounds.
Okay.
Sometime after midnight, officers lock down the rest of the building
3
and
to the
return
head.
to the station, intent on resuming the investigation at first light.
That'll do
And
it.
as the investigation would begin coming together, detectives would become convinced this is not only a homicide, but part of something far more disturbing, possibly even ritualistic.
If you live with him and you leave and he finds out you leave, needless to say, you're going to be the next.
Steve said that she was screaming, Steve! Steve, help! Steve, help!
Do you want to go see your dad? Do you want to be with your mom?
Yes.
Or you want to live?
The next morning, officers
brute.
begin reviewing every available
So, I mean, that's making it sound like she tried to get out of the cult and got killed for it.
Sounds about right.
CCTV
As any good
camera
cult
in the
leader would
area,
do. You can't
and
let people
after
leave.
hours of combing through footage dating back 2 weeks, they finally spot her. On February 15th at around 10 p.m.,
CCTV.
Kayla is seen leaving the Rosler Street apartments and walking across the Rosler Street Bridge. An hour later, at around 11 p.m., she appears on camera again, walking across the same bridge. But this time, she stops, turns around, and gets into a black Mercury Milan, wearing the same skirt she would later be found dead in. When officers run the vehicle's license plate, they learn it's registered to 44-year-old Stephen Bales.
Checks out. looks like the type of guy who was. We're back to judging a book by its cover again, and these goddamn body cams. But
man Kayla has an active protective order against, and just like that,
sometimes your soul just
investigators have
manifests
their
itself
first
onto your body.
suspect. That
Nothing against
same
tattoos or
afternoon,
piercings, of course, but-
Officers rush to Stephen's house.
Cursive tattoo on your face, instantly you're cooked.
It does take a little bit of smarts to be able to kind of be convincing enough to form a cult and be that manipulative.
Smarts is maybe not the word I would use. I would say emotional IQ.
Yeah, because you have to be tapped into other people's thinking in order to
Also,
manipulate it.
We also don't know that that's the cult leader, but
I know.
yeah, I do wonder how people that do like create cult followings, like in cults, like stuff like this, they prey on morons, first of all.
I know.
Unfortunately,
Well,
like anyone with agency or half a brain, like wouldn't even be tickled to have anything to do with something like this. But it's always like the downtrodden and the lonely and the weirdo. Most of the time, there are certainly historically there are cults that have captured. I mean, Scientology,
I was gonna
actually
say,
prolific
it's
people
not,
that are.
it's not always the case.
You're correct. That's maybe just my own short-sightedness. That's how I justify it, because I just can't imagine like looking at life through my lens and my eyes, like how someone could be deceived or manipulated into something so stupid.
Because they prey on whatever their weakness may be.
Insecurity,
and,
weakness,
yes.
sure.
Mind
Need for
is
belonging and
troubling, to say the
identity.
least. A note taped to the front door stating that he and his wife, Narina, have left for their honeymoon. To investigators, the timing seems far too convenient, so they try calling him, but he never picks up.
Come on, Steve. Give us a
Stephen
breadcrumb, buddy.
Bales, leave a message after the beep.
A search warrant is requested, but in the meantime, there's little police can do but wait, while Stephen and whoever else may be responsible remains free to roam the streets.
2 weeks.
2 weeks pass after the body is discovered.
Still on the ground.
Still no sign of Stephen. But then, more than 100 miles away in Shelby, Ohio, police receive a 911 call they certainly aren't expecting.
2-hour drive.
19-year-old Brin Smith tells dispatchers someone is trying to kill him. And when Ohio officers go to meet him, they would unknowingly step into another state's investigation and give them an unexpected lead.
Hello, what's going on?
Unrelated?
I got away from it, and I just called the cops, so they're here now. So I got you on the phone because you're a witness for me. So, my cousin in Monroe, Michigan.
Okay.
This is my aunt, by the way. She knows like everything going on.
Is she on FaceTime?
Yeah, she's on FaceTime. We can't really see her.
I can see it. Okay. Good.
So he's wanted for murder right now in Monroe, Michigan. For the Kayla Sadowski death. And I was apparently wanted for it as well at some point, but I had left his house today, just ran away from him because like he never gives me, he's like weird, he'll keep you at his house, he'll use you for your money.
Do you have any ID on you?
I have nothing on me except my tablet, my phone, and socks.
Well, I tell you what I'm going to do, just because I don't know you, I'm just going to pat you down.
That's fine.
Do you have any knives or anything on you?
No, just socks.
Okay, what if somebody pat you down? Do you live here?
No, this is some fake funny call. So what's this cat's name? Steve Bales. Like, I ran away from him. Like, I ran.
maybe
I
he
don't
is
know
the
how
guy.
long I've been
Is it a
running.
stranger's
I just
house?
ran away from him. We stopped at a
That's what
gas
he
station
said.
and I just ran. Does that make sense? Like, I stopped because, like, I lived with him and he won't let you leave his house when you're there. He's weird. He will hurt you. I have videos of the person that did it admitting to it.
Oh, wow.
Because I lived with all of them in the house together, like in one bedroom. And she was acting real funny one day, so I had like walked away and I called her on my own phone and I got videos of her.
Why don't we go out of the seat in the back of this officer's car on the other side? Okay.
Classic polyamorous relationship coming up.
No.
So funny that like one of the first videos we ever did on Lush Life, you know, Jesus, almost a decade ago now.
Stop that. No.
8 years.
No, I will not accept that. I will not. Nope.
Was on that weird polyamorous couple, or not couple, throuple or whatever. No, there's definitely some funky shit going on in that house. Some polyamory, some sleeping around, turning it like, I don't know, man. Just like,
Yeah, is he banging his cousin?
I'm not saying this guy with his cousin specifically, but remember he said like he was just saying like they all live in the house together. Like there's just some weird, and it's going to be some guys and girls. They all wear green. They all are inbred, probably smashing each other. And Steven's the ringleader and he doesn't let you leave or he shoots you in the head.
Yeah.
As if the investigation wasn't complicated enough, Brin is accusing someone other than Stephen of being the killer,
videos
and
of the
even
killer
refers to a
admitting
group
to
of
it.
people he and Stephen had been living with. The problem is, these officers are from another state.
Yes, they probably have no
and
idea
know
about
nothing about Kayla's murder. So
Monroe.
they decide to take him to the station to get some clarity on the situation. Upon arriving, officers contact Michigan State Police, and that's when they are finally briefed on Kayla's murder investigation. More than anything, Michigan investigators are fixated on this alleged confession video, urging Ohio detectives to obtain it as quickly as possible. And once Brin sits down for his interview, what he would go on to describe would sound to
Sucking on a
detectives
fucking
almost
vape.
as if he had just escaped a cult.
Now you don't got to worry about me being killed.
So, what was, and this gentleman that apparently killed this girl, what's his name?
Steve.
Okay.
Well, I know who killed her. I have a video of her admitting to it. Because we all lived in the same apartment together. So there was a one-bedroom apartment that he owned. Him and his wife. He had like 8 people living there. I was one of them. And in order to live there, he took your food stamp card. He would take whatever cards you had. And basically your money and everything was his. I did not agree to that. So he knew not to take from me. I just stayed there. I slept on the couch. I woke my head and I laid my head. So we're going down, and he gets married through all this.
So weird,
now,
dude. So
our
peculiar.
ex becomes missing. So I was wondering, because
Our ex? Did I fucking tell you or did I tell you?
Well, ex-girlfriend or ex-cult member?
Our ex. Clearly, it's some polygamous, polyamorous, weird cluster of absolutely bottom quintile creatures.
Here's the
I'm
deal.
sorry.
I never trust you and your little predictions because I feel like you read the briefs before you
I didn't read a
watch
damn
these
thing about
videos.
this case. Not a single thing. And I know I'm going to get because there's people in our audience saying, well, you know, not all polyamorous relationship. I don't care. I judge books by their cover. All I've ever seen, certainly maybe there's a couple of happy couples out there, but anyone willing to be involved in some weird like this, there's always some weird going on. It's never just normal human happy health and relationships. There's a reason why it typically doesn't ever work out. I'm just saying. That's
Three's a crowd.
Yeah, we both have
Three's
dated
a
the same one.
crowd, and so is 10.
So
that all
she
wear
becomes
green.
missing, and everybody in the house starts acting weird. So I'm gonna try to pull up this video of.
So she was part of the
one
house. This
who
girl.
supposedly killed Gail, admitting that she did it.
Did you ever think about going to the Michigan authorities with this?
I couldn't.
Why?
If you live with him, and you leave, and he finds out you leave, and he finds you, basically, needless to say, you're gonna be the next. So if you live with him, you're not allowed to leave. He's basically a person who's gonna get you in his house and is gonna trap you in him, keep you just for your money.
To Detective's
your food stamps.
surprise, Brin seems unusually open and talkative for someone who believes he's being hunted. After all, there's no telling whether Stephen will come after him the moment this interview is over. At this point, investigators need to see
The
this
best
video
defense
Brin
is a
can't
good
stop
offense,
talking
Brin. Nice
about.
work.
But what they're about
Isn't
to
the best
see
offense a good
would be
defense?
far more than
I thought that was the same.
I think the best defense is the best offense is a good defense. It probably can go either way. I think you might be right though with the actual typical colloquialism.
Yeah, I'm a very good athlete over here.
Brin prompt
Sorry, I
talking
was
about
talking over it.
At this point, investigators need to see this video Brin can't stop talking about. But what they're about to see would be far more than Brin promised.
So who do you think killed this girl?
I know who killed her. I got the video right here to show you.
Let's go,
Let's
bro.
see it, my man.
You can obviously tell I was shocked as hell.
How many? I know you didn't say the number I heard, right? 16?
You've killed 16 people is what I said.
And you haven't never been to jail for it.
And you see I've never been to jail for it. And now I have one more video of her admitting that I was the killer of Kayla, basically.
Why did you threaten my son?
She threatened my son.
So that conversation that I watched, she said that she did it because she threatened her son.
Yeah.
Do you know some more information about that?
No, that's all I know.
Like,
I don't
was
go
it
to church.
like is
It
her
was- apparently she threatened her son at church.
Church?
That's the most I know of that.
and she
Which
how'd
church
she
might
kill
this
her?
be?
She said that she shot her twice
Okay.
on the video. Wow. She even said that she threw the gun in the river. What river? If I know.
Mm-hmm.
The woman in the video is 33-year-old Kalin Ramsey, seemingly implying that she was responsible not only for Kayla's death, but for 15 other murders as well.
Decent little
It's
rap
a
sheet.
chilling claim that
Never been
investigators
caught
would have
once.
no choice but to look into, especially coming from someone they would later connect to a deadly cult.
Like you said, hun, very intelligent cult members.
Yes.
After
If she's killed that many
several
people
more
without getting
hours
caught.
of questioning, Brin is eventually released and told to notify investigators of any contact from Stephen or Kalin, unaware that the man they've just let go may not be as innocent as he claims.
Indeed.
Later that evening, investigators call Kalin and are surprised to learn that she's also in Ohio. So they ask her to come to the station the following day to assist with the investigation, withholding the real reason they want to speak with her. And, interestingly, she agrees, almost as if she already has a plan to outsmart the detectives.
Definitely. As they always do.
Kalin arrives at the Huron County Sheriff's Office in Ohio, and alongside her is her lawyer. But as she's escorted to the interrogation room, there's a surprise waiting for her. Detectives from the Michigan
Was that
State
her lawyer?
Police.
Yeah, just look
There's a
at that
surprise
sit down,
is
dude.
her lawyer.
Look at-
But as she's escorted to the interrogation room, there's a surprise waiting for her. Detectives from the Michigan State Police,
Very classic.
including lead
Classic
investigator
lawyer.
Detective Peterson, have traveled to Ohio for this very interview. And as Kalen's interview begins, her story would quickly start to unravel until she eventually slips up and says something she was never supposed to know.
No.
But before we get to that, this
Talk about our sponsor.
Aw.
I knew, dude, I felt it. I had I was tingling. I was like, that line is going to lead into a sponsor. I've used it before.
Let's get back to Kalin's interview, where she's about to reveal something only someone connected to the murder should have known.
We're going to be asking you a lot of questions. A lot of these questions we already know the answer to. So, you know I don't play games, you know how you know that? We went and got him to make sure you had him here. Right? That's important, that I want to make sure you feel comfortable. Rate your life on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 is the worst life ever, 10 is the best life ever.
Right now, it's a 1.
It's a 1?
But after, hopefully today, it'll be a 10.
There you go.
So, what's going wrong right now?
Me living my life in fear.
And why are you living in fear?
Because of this guy, Stephen Bales.
Okay.
Why are you so afraid of Stephen Bales?
He's threatened my life.
Okay, how did he threaten you?
He's threatened to kill me.
Okay. Do you know Kayla Sadowski?
I knew of her. She was one of my friends at one point until I moved out here 3 years ago and we lost contact.
Tell me about her. Tell me about Kayla.
She was such a sweetheart. Oh my God. She even loved my youngest son.
Did she? Or did
She was a sweetheart. She was just like me, outgoing, laid back, calm, give her shirt off her back to whoever needed it more than her. Her and I were a lot alike.
Was she easy to get along with them?
Oh yeah, she was very easy to get along with. Such a sweetheart.
Okay, did you have any conflicts with her ever?
No, I've never had a conflict with her at all whatsoever.
Was there a time where, recently, where she accused you of hitting with her belt?
No, not that I'm aware of. I mean, it's something I would never do. I don't have a mean bone in my body.
Okay, understood.
Anyone you talk to about me will tell you I'm such a sweetheart.
Okay, I believe it.
Last contact I had with her was just shortly before whatever happened to her, and it kills me. I had just talked to her about maybe the day before, or maybe a few days before she had passed at the grocery store.
Okay. When was that?
Around Valentine's Day.
Here,
nobody
Kalin
found them
seemingly
until
places the murder around Valentine's Day, nearly 2 weeks before Kayla's body was discovered. To investigators, this appears to be a major slip-up.
Not so intelligent after all, Kayla.
But how?
You and your lamoury, amorous, polyamorous.
This appears to be a major slip-up, as the precise date of the murder has never been publicly released.
Interesting.
The detective, however, refrains from confronting her, careful not to cause her to shut down. But now, he would reveal the real reason she's here and see if she can somehow explain it away.
I'm not making this up. I'm not here to trick you. We have a video of you saying that you were the one that killed her.
No. I would never kill anybody. Because I'm a sweetheart. I would never hurt anybody.
Listen, that's why I take the time.
A day in my life.
This is why I take the time to talk to you.
So it's 5 videos.
Love it. Go through them all if you want to.
Unless they're trying to pin this on me that I had nothing to do with.
Well, let's watch these, and I want to talk to you because let's just.
How many? I know you didn't say the number I heard, right? 16?
I was all forced. They forced me to say all that.
Let's watch them all, and then I want to hear.
How'd you get there? How'd you get her there?
See, you can clearly tell they're trying to set me up.
Yeah, you look coerced.
This isn't my first time. That's why I'm trying to get you. Listen to what I'm telling you to do.
Obviously, I want your side to that. Right? That's why we're here. So what is your side to that?
My side to it is I had nothing to do with Kayla's death.
Because you can really help us, okay? And in turn, I don't make guarantees, but there's a chance you might help yourself. But I want to make something clear. We know when Kayla died, okay? And we also know that we have a video of you with Steve, okay, and Narina, very short time after her death, together at a party store. I do not think you're the mastermind. I think that there's a lot of influence by Steve.
She's looking at his lawyer. Her lawyer. Lawyer hasn't said a word. In his head, he's like, "We're so right now."
I'm surprised he hasn't told her to shut up.
He hasn't said anything. Why is he even there?
You're right. Oh my God, I forgot he was there. In my mind, he was like another investigator.
He might as well not be there, dude. What are you doing in there, big guy?
He hasn't been like, zip your lips, don't answer that.
Oh,
You want to talk to me again?
I think I'm done for today.
Okay.
The stress level's getting too high. It's slowly making me sick.
After being shown the video, Kalin does exactly what investigators feared most. She ends the interview before giving them enough probable cause to detain her, and so she's released.
I mean, the videos aren't enough?
The following day, detectives finally get their first lucky break. The search warrant for Stephen's apartment is approved. Wasting no time, Michigan officers rush.
I'm scared. I'm actually scared.
It's going to be so clean and immaculate. And just like these people's souls in their lives, it's not going to be chaotic at all. It's going to be very neat and
10
orderly.
people, like 900 square feet.
I can't wait to see it.
Back to his residence,
Probably doesn't
hoping
even
to
smell.
find answers to Kayla's murder and perhaps a clue as to where Stephen may have fled. Upon entering
Oh my God!
deputies
No,
are
hang on.
stunned.
Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Look at that bed, dude. How many loads have been dumped on that bed? What is he? Just in that state right there. Name a dollar amount it would take to get you to sleep on that bed right there.
7 figs.
7 figs to sleep on that bed? My God. My God.
All right.
I bet even then, I bet you couldn't even do it.
I mean,
you're such a wimp.
I would never.
I'm just kidding, obviously.
I would never fall asleep, but I could lay down on there for like $500K.
500, bro. There's people.
Can I have an Ambien?
There's people watching right now that would do that for $100.
I know. I mean, you're gonna have scabies and bed bugs when you're done.
Actually, that's true. As long as I would need it to cover the cost of the medical afterwards, and then a little cushion on top.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the picture has been painted.
There it is. I love that we just knew immediately. We're like, ooh, search warrant for the apartment. This is gonna be horrific.
Entering the cramped one-bedroom apartment, deputies are stunned to find evidence that at least 7 people had been living here, and things would only get stranger from here. Throughout the apartment, officers notice a recurring theme: the Grim Reaper. Stephen had adopted the name Grim, labeling many of his belongings with it. Inside a journal, deputies discover that he referred to his wife, Narina, as Lady Death.
Very
cool. The group
cool.
even had its own name,
They did.
the Reapers. At this point, investigators
Is that the name for the group?
suspect they're not dealing with a group of friends or even
It
a
was.
gang, but a full-blown cult.
The Reapers, the leprechauns. I was close.
As the search unfolds, investigators back at the station begin monitoring Stephen's online activity, and before long, a Facebook photo stops them in their tracks. The image was taken during Stephen's wedding on February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Wait, that's...
Police
Man. When we saw that in the bumper, you could have given me 3 days to guess what that was from, and a wedding would definitely not have been the top. But it kind of tracks, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Who's the JP there? Who's the Justice of Peace officiating? Or did they just, maybe they have their own? There he is on the right there, right? Yeah, that's him. Grim. There's Grim on the right with all of his Reapers.
He's wearing a hoodie.
Man, Grim with all of his Reapers. I mean, I'm less like, you think he's going to get a tuxedo? You think it's going to be a normal wedding?
No.
You think he's gonna have a wedding at MGM and
No.
MSG rather? Excuse me. Humans are such an interesting bunch.
immediately recognize Stephen, his wife Narina, Brin, and Kalin. But the remaining 4 people are complete unknowns to the investigators, and detectives suspect they may also have been involved
wedding
in
party.
the homicide. Stephen's mother is quickly rolled out,
It's his mom.
along with a family friend who appears to have little connection to the group. But the same can't be said for the remaining 2, Alex Fico and Sierra Bemis. 2 people Stephen has taken under his wing.
Bemis and
That
Fico.
same afternoon, Detective Peterson calls them both and asks them to come to the station. And as Detective Peterson prepares to interview them,
These guys
he
are
needs
gonna
to answer 2
These guys are gonna absolutely crumble like a wet sandcastle right now. The second
Well,
they get
like,
pressured a little bit,
they were-
he made me do it.
They're probably somewhat victims if he was keeping them hostage in a sense.
Certainly, yep.
Or entrapped, I should say.
Whatever it is.
I understand it's not like a full-blown hostage situation,
Critical
but might as well be.
questions. What is their connection to Stephen, and where does their loyalty to him end?
Tell me about your relationship with Steve Bales.
He was a good father.
What?
Kinda.
Daughter?
Didn't really get along.
Good father, kind of. What didn't you get along with him for?
Because he always wanted to take my money and use my food stamps.
Did you let him?
I gave him my card and he never gave it back.
I want you to tell me everything you can, everything you know about the death of Kayla Stosky?
Everything I know. Alright, so Steve Bales, I met him at Buscemi's Pizzeria, Monroe Street. I was real strung out one day and drunk at the same time, and guy took me by the hand, looked me dead in my eye, and told me that I could get over it. You know, you gotta God.
Steve had
Yeah. So a very firm handshake, and it felt brotherly. It felt like he was expressing love towards me. They made me feel good for like being sober and not drinking.
That was nice of them, actually. Okay. Was there?
That's just like when you talk, like when I think about how people think of the the level of evil manipulation it takes to do that, to find a guy strung out, try to save him from that life only so you can exploit him for your own financial gain.
Mm-hmm.
Truly dark stuff.
Anything good about Steve?
No.
That's like the basis of a cult, isn't it?
Yes.
You described him as a good father, so there was nothing good about him.
No, not really.
Okay. Do you think he used you?
Yes.
Okay.
Interestingly, Sierra struggles to find a single good thing to say about Steven. Yet both she and Alex still consider him family. Like many manipulative leaders, Steven targeted vulnerable people at their lowest, offering them support, housing, and a sense of belonging. Over time, that trust turned into control, with members handing over their income and providing for him financially. But Steven's influence extended far beyond money and into violence, as Detective Peterson is about to learn.
So when was the night that Kayla got murdered?
I believe it was the night of their wedding. Like, they just crazily went out and, you know, that was their ritual, so to speak, that they wanted to kill right after getting married. Caitlin,
As any Grim Reaper would do.
She did the killing. She said she did the killing.
So Kaylin and Kayla didn't get along. Why not?
Because they was already fighting over Steve.
So were Kaylin and Steve, were they romantically involved?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
They all
And
were.
Kayla
Every one of them.
and Steve were romantically involved.
Yes.
And so Kaylin, you're saying, no, I don't want to put words in your mouth, was jealous of Kayla.
Yes.
Was Steve planning this at the wedding?
Not like sit down saying we're doing this, and I'm doing this. No.
So based on what you can tell, do you think Steve helped plan this?
Yeah, I think Steve planned it all. He said she's gotta go.
As the interviews continue, Detective Peterson learns that Steven was involved with 3 women at once: his wife Narina, Kaylin, and Kayla. With
all this time, have they not contacted Steve? They don't have him?
It's a great question.
And
I could see it easily being based on the way Dr. Insanity produced and made this video to save that for the end.
Right.
Or he's on the run. He's on the lam. I'm not sure.
Right, because he was on his honeymoon. Okay.
They haven't really said it. The wife, too. We don't know. We haven't seen her.
Yeah.
Tensions between Kaylin and Kayla escalating for months, detectives suspect Steven was deliberately fueling his rivalry for his own benefit.
Oh, yeah.
But Detective Peterson would soon learn that Steven wasn't the only man in the house exploiting the women.
There you go.
As Alex's and Sierra's interviews are unfolding, detectives decide to give Brin a call and ask him to come to the station. After being the first to expose Kalin and appearing in Steven's wedding photos, Peterson is convinced he must know more about the murder than he initially admitted.
Certainly.
And as he sits down for
He
his
wasn't at the
interview,
wedding, though.
investigators are about to discover that Brin played a role
Yes, he was.
as
He was
well.
on the left.
One he conveniently failed to mention.
He was in that picture?
He was on the left in that picture, I'm pretty sure.
I don't feel like searching for it, but
No, I think he's all the way on the left.
Okay.
The first time around, played a role as well. One he conveniently failed to mention the first time around.
Because I know you guys have camera footage of me driving. I know you guys got footage from where I picked her up. I'm not stupid.
Exactly. And where did you pick her up at?
At the corner store.
Did you just pick up her? Are you alone or are you with anybody else?
Oh, no. There was someone else in the car.
Who was with you?
Steve.
So, what was the conversation that led to you picking her up?
Hey, where are you? What are you doing? Nothing. Off of work. What are you doing? Nothing. You want to hang out for a few? Well, there was Steve's chance because he knew I was talking to her. Yeah, You better do that.
Okay. So does she think, and I'm not sure, does she think that you guys are dating again at this point on February 16th?
I'm guessing, because she called me babe at one point.
Okay, so what makes you think that she's now,
I didn't like that.
what makes you think she's now, she believes that you two are together as a couple?
Because she called me babe for like 3 times. I didn't say anything, but the 4th time I said something.
So
about
before
it,
you picked her up
but I
on
wasn't.
February 15th or 16th in the black car with Steve hiding in the back seat, and if I got anything wrong, correct me. I'd just like to kick it back out so we're on the same page. When was the last communication you had before that? Was there any communication that made her think that you guys were together as a couple? Any like pillow talk type of stuff?
The most I can think that she think we were together is when I said, I love you, you're a really good friend of mine. And I said that on Valentine's Day because she called me and said, I got chocolate for you.
Although Brin insists he was simply following Steven's orders, what he doesn't realize is that detectives have already recovered his text messages with Kayla, telling a very different story.
As they always
For
do.
weeks, Brin had been romantically speaking with Kayla online. In fact, just days before her death, she had saved his number in her phone as boyfriend. And now detectives would begin looking at Brin, Sierra, and Alex side by side.
I'm having to remember this kid's 19. That's so young in the grand scheme of things. He looks way older, so it's
Yeah, he does.
this super immature like relationship talk is like under the same umbrella of just like mentally underdeveloped people, easily manipulated. They oftentimes treat relationships like that, like a middle schooler would, you know what I mean? Where it's about like titles and like changing the name in your phone and like blah, 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 like all that really just cringe. That's all about longing for someone to, longing for something from someone.
Comparing their stories and exposing contradictions. With pressure mounting and the possibility of prison looming over them, the Reapers are moments
There he is.
away
Yeah,
from
you're right.
turning on
Someone
one
left.
another, shattering the loyalty Steven spent years building.
Okay, you were there when she was shot.
But I didn't pull the trigger, nor did I go in the building.
Thank you.
Exactly.
So
I was a driver threatened by my life. Do you want to go see your dad? Do you want to be with your mom?
Yes.
Or you want to live?
Save the
This is
lie.
exactly
Save
what
the
I was
lie, because
told.
that's the lie is more important.
She said the 3rd shot, she put it to her head. Steve said that she was screaming, Steve, help! Steve, help! And then Brin specifically said, drop that. This gun, I had possession of it at one point in time. That's how my DNA would be on it. They said somebody's threatening them. That's how they manipulated me. They said somebody was threatening them that, they needed protection. Can we get that gun back?
And then they came out and we all left and went home.
So they all
What
were
was
there
said in the
for it.
car when they all came out?
That she's finally dead.
Who said that?
Steve and Kalin.
Steve and Kalin?
They told me how they killed her.
Okay, what did they tell you?
They said they were talking to her and Kalin just shot her in the back of her head.
Kalin shot her in the back of the head.
Yes.
Okay. And who was talking to her?
Steve.
Okay.
As you see,
You have the same green pocket knife?
Yeah, as you see, it was
Why do you
like
guys all
how-
have green pocket knives that are the
Well,
same?
we also have green band-aids.
What? It's like a gang or something?
We're the Reapers, buddy. Hello. Can we get a little respect, please, from the officer in the room? You just act like you don't know who the Reapers are. The disrespect makes me
It
angry.
wasn't a gang. Steve called it a family.
Although multiple members of the Reapers identify Kalin as the shooter, they consistently point detectives back to the same person as the mastermind, Steven.
Here we go. Can
the
we get
picture
Steve involved,
detectives
please?
begin to piece together is this. Brin tricked Kayla and lured her to Boysville. Alex supplied the gun, Kalin pulled the trigger, and Steven watched it all unfold without ever getting his hands dirty. With this, Alex, Brin, and Sierra's interviews come to an end as all 3 are placed under arrest while
I was going to say, so the only one at this point, and they didn't mention it yet, but Brin is cuffed. So he's, I assume, in custody. Been in custody.
I
Like
didn't see
his
that he
hands
was
are behind his
cuffed.
back. Yeah.
Interesting.
Unless he was just sitting that way, but I don't think so.
A nationwide bolo is issued
When he was
for
sitting, he was
Stephen
sitting.
Nationwide bolo, so they are looking for him. He is on the run. He's on the run,
As all
Stephen.
3 are placed under arrest, while a nationwide bolo is issued for Stephen and Narina.
Yeah.
And while the couple believes they've managed to disappear for good, even the most brilliant masterminds eventually make a mistake, and they are no exception.
Use someone's food stamps in the wrong place. 3 months later.
Over the next several weeks, authorities chase lead after lead until they finally pick up Stephen's trail. Bank surveillance cameras capture Stephen and Narina on CCTV, and before long, investigators track the couple more than 700 miles from Michigan to a relative's home in New Hanover County, North Carolina.
Wow.
A SWAT team is called in, and the house is
Brought
quickly
the Bearcat
surrounded.
in?
But despite
Let's
repeated
go.
commands to come
Hell
outside,
yes.
Stephen refuses to surrender, barricading himself inside and preparing for his final
No way.
stand.
Does he get lit up?
Hours pass with little progress, forcing officers to deploy tear gas that finally drives the couple out of the house. More than 6 weeks after the murder, Stephen and Narina are taken into custody and transported into the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office. At this point, detectives know a lot, but not everything. They still need to determine whether Stephen orchestrated Kayla's murder or if the Reapers acted on their own. And with investigators believing they're dealing with a dangerous cult, they can't rule out the possibility that there are other victims still waiting to be found. Perhaps even the 15 other murders Kalin claimed to have committed.
You might want to look into.
Once at the station, Stephen and Narina are separated and placed into different interview rooms, and Detective Peterson decides to begin with Narina. If he can get Stephen's own wife to start talking, it will become much harder for Stephen to maintain
She gonna
whatever
flip
story
on his
he's
ass?
prepared.
Do you know Kayla Sadowski?
I do.
Okay, tell me about her.
She's a good friend.
Did you have any conflicts with her?
No.
Were you jealous of her at all?
No.
Was she romantically involved with Steve before you? So you didn't have any jealousy or anything like that about her? So, they went to pick her up.
Lies right out of the
You stayed at
gate.
the apartment, but you knew at that point that they were going to pick up Kayla to kill her.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay. At that point, and just out of curiosity, any reason you didn't call the police?
I did not call the police.
Any reason you didn't?
No.
Okay.
They came back. They told
Nope.
me
It's fine with
that they were going to go back the next day to go put suntan lotion on her, body lotion on her, perfume.
Oh, is that what all that? Remember the teens that found her? Like she's covered in gold, like bronze stuff. It's like they went back and covered her.
What is that? And there was also like writing or something like that on her legs. It was like,
I didn't hear that, but maybe.
Yeah, when they were talking about the gold stuff.
Interesting.
Body lotion on her, perfume.
Like.
Why?
Whatever they can find, they had not had the smell on her. Like the after spell kind of smell. They would put everything over her to cover that smell.
I'm gonna say, was that just to help cover the smell? Like that's
Steve
not gonna
said
work.
doesn't work that
I
way.
killed her because she put me in prison for 2 years.
What did he say about what they had just done?
He didn't really say anything. He just kept his mouth shut.
So he didn't say much.
No.
But was he the organizing this whole thing? Was he the one that kind of controlling it and telling people to do this?
Yeah.
Flipped on him so hard.
Even Stephen's own wife is telling them that he's the one behind it. With that, Narina's interview is wrapped up, and there's only one more person Detective Peterson needs to speak with. As Stephen sits in the interrogation room, he has no idea that the people he spent years controlling, including his own wife, have already turned against him. But going into this interview, Detective Peterson faces a challenge. Upon hearing of Stephen's arrest, his mother has already requested an attorney who is now on the way to the station. And so, the clock is ticking. Detectives need to extract the truth from Stephen before the lawyer arrives and shuts the interview down.
I'll answer some questions, whatever you guys got, the best as I know, but my mom says she's going to try to do everything she can to get me a lawyer and everything.
So, is that, you want to answer questions?
But I can stop anytime.
You can stop anytime you want.
Okay, go ahead.
You know Kayla Sadowski?
That's my ex-girlfriend. Me and her have had past for years, and
Tell me about her.
I miss that girl, but she's a handful. She's like, me and her, we always argued all the time.
About what?
Just just anything. Like, she'd get jealous if I'm talking to somebody. Like, if I'm talking to a cousin that's a female, she would think I'm cheating on her. And then she would threaten me, like, she was gonna kill me. She pulled a gun out on me and Brian.
Were you upset with her specifically about, say, did you blame her for going to prison or anything like that?
No, because you want to know the funny thing about that? She put me in prison for a year. Said that I choked her, that I slammed her against the wall. She lied because I was messing with her sister at the time.
So you were not involved in the planning and execution of Kayla's death?
No, I was not.
Was Brin involved?
He was with me at the time, and the only time he wasn't with me, no, Brian came down there, because he drove with us.
And when you say he was with me at the time, at what time?
When we were going on our honeymoons and when we went to South Carolina.
Okay, so what does that have to do with when she was killed?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Well, you brought it up, so I'm just curious. You said that he was with me at the time. What do you mean?
Oh, like when I was going down to South Carolina and Florida.
Right, what does that have to do with Kayla's death?
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
In an attempt to deflect blame from Brin, Stephen just revealed he was with him at the time of Kayla's murder. But there's a problem. Kayla's time of death was never made public. And just like Kalin, Stephen has unknowingly implicated himself. In Stephen's mind, Kalin is the one who pulled the trigger, which makes him innocent.
He's fine.
But detectives see it very differently. They view Stephen the way prosecutors often view notorious cult leaders like Charles Manson. The person who pulls the trigger isn't always the most responsible. Under the law, the person who plans a killing can be just as, if not more culpable than the one who carries it out.
Sure.
Seeing that Stephen refuses to tell the truth, Detective Peterson decides to push harder and reveal damning evidence Stephen can't talk his way out of. But this strategy is about to backfire.
All right, so have you ever been to the old Boysville facility?
One time.
When was that?
That was many, many, many years ago when it was open.
Remember when we started talking, right?
Yeah.
I told you, I know everything about you, Steve. I know everything about, I know more about your wife and your Brin and yourself probably than you do. So, and I'm going to ask you straight up, is there any reason, or I should say, would it surprise you to know that we have a Facebook conversation between you and Brin at Boysville that night?
No, you don't.
I can guarantee we do.
Well, this is where I need my lawyer then.
Okay. Sounds good.
Because I know that's not a lie.
Oh, it's a guarantee. You'll see that. It's not a lie. The only thing that's been a lie is what you've been telling me since we sat down. Understand we've talked to...
So everything I just said was a lie?
Yes.
Okay. I need a lawyer then.
Okay. That's fine.
Because I just told you everything by play what happened.
Okay. Just know this. The fellowship you have is broken up. Everyone's talking, including your wife. You're smoking in an arena. We know everything. And I mean everything. So, it's up to you if you want to talk. You said you want to talk to your lawyer. I'll let you have your lawyer. But this will not help you. Okay? Any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay.
The moment detectives confront Stephen with evidence placing him at the crime scene, he's caught off guard and completely shuts down. And now, even without Stephen's confession, investigators are able to piece together what happened to Kayla that night. Stephen orchestrated the attack, recruited the others to carry it out, and later returned to conceal her body before fleeing the state. Kalin was the attacker. She participated in the assault and ultimately fired the shot that killed Kayla. Brin was the lure. Posing as her boyfriend for weeks, he gained Kayla's trust and convinced her to meet him, ultimately driving her directly to her death.
So it sounded like Kalin wasn't like one of the ones living in the house. She was all the way over in Monroe.
Moved,
she had moved out, but like had a history with Brian. Or Stephen, excuse me.
Yeah.
And I'm sure because of social media and people, maybe they were still in communication, lured her all the way out to 2 hours away from where she lived to execute this thing. So it was premeditated and they were all involved. And then Brin was the first one to call the cop. And he just panicked and was like, if I get ahead of this, I can. That said, though, like then you got to talking about the cult leader and Steven
and like the whole threat of if I leave, he's going to kill me.
How manipulative he is, right? Yeah.
So are they going to get away with it?
I don't know about get away with it.
Not
but
get away with, but how
curious,
responsible will Brin be?
How do you deliver sentencing to all involved? Like, are they all gonna get a first-degree murder charge? Like, I don't think so, because then like their defense attorneys are obviously gonna lean on the manipulation cult like thing. You think all of them are gonna do time? Like Steven, obviously, I would assume they're all gonna
Kalin, yes.
They're all gonna do time, yes, but I don't think they're all gonna do like Kalin, Steven, probably life.
I don't think Narina will.
Like if you didn't pull the we'll see.
Bring her with you too.
Very interesting dynamic.
But don't let her know that you are.
I'm sleeping in a tent underneath the bridge, by myself.
Send me location. I got Kayla. She's in my hands now. She fell right in my trap.
LOL.
Dude, I can't find the gym.
I hear you.
You've never been able to find a gym your whole life, pal. Don't start looking now, buddy. You're never gonna find it.
Getting closer.
Clear.
Sierra acted as part of the ambush team waiting for Kayla, serving as lookout as the murder unfolded. Narina never went to Boysville that night. Instead, she stayed at the apartment monitoring a police scanner, ready to warn the group if law enforcement was approaching.
She was involved.
Alex supplied the firearm, later retrieving it and helping conceal the evidence afterwards. In the end, none of the Reapers would escape accountability. Alex pleads guilty to tampering with evidence and accessory charges, receiving a sentence of 5 to 10 years in prison. Narina receives 13.5 to 30 years, while Sierra is sentenced to 18.5 to 30 years after both pled no contest to second-degree murder. Brin and Kalin each plead no contest to second-degree murder and are sentenced to 40 to 60 years in prison. And Stephen Bales is convicted of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder, receiving life without parole, along with a second life sentence with the possibility of parole. As for Kalin's claims that she had murdered 16 people, detectives were unable to connect her to any other killings, leading them to believe the confession was fabricated under pressure by Stephen and Brin. Even so, investigators are still looking, because there's no way of knowing whether Kayla was their first victim or simply the first one to be found. And while this case left Michigan shaken by a deadly cult no one knew existed, our next case takes us to a place where...
What an interesting case that was.
Holy macaroni.
You get enough 2 IQ inept morons in the same room together, and even they can pull off premeditated murder. Just that. I mean,
holy moly.
Like the whole thing, it's sad, obviously, but it's like, man, what a show that was.
Yeah, there was a lot of people involved.
Yeah, I did not think it was going to be like this premeditated trap that they set, that they were all in on. Like one was at home monitoring the scanner. There was a lookout. There was the guy that brought the gun. It was like everyone had their own particular role to like perfectly. And then Steven, the mastermind puppeteer, like just
thinks he's innocent because he didn't physically do the killing.
2 life sentences, 1 with parole though. So
he should be good.
That's always interesting to me. Like, all right,
I don't understand how that works.
Yeah, all right, you've got a life sentence with no parole. I get what's the second one's just for novelty.
Yes,
but you can get parole in the second one.
Maybe.
What does that even mean? Like, I don't know. I have no idea.
In terms of sentence, Stephen, worst. Brin and Kalin. And then the wife and someone else. And then...
The gun dude.
The gun dude.
It's interesting that Brin got one of the worst sentences, being the guy who called them. He was the one who broke the case. Like, they had no idea. They had no leads. And he called them from 2 hours away to start this whole thing, and then he got for it. But like,
I think he thought he was going to lie his way out of it, like he was being coerced, but he was part of the manipulation.
Sorry, buddy. How's 30 years sound? Click clack. That one was interesting, unusual, and that's why we're here with you guys. Yeah, definitely
a little different than our normal, so that I like it.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get.
I don't like it, but
I love it. I love premeditated cult murder. Appreciate you guys being here with us as always. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't to Crime Time with the Luscious. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.